So, y'all, this is another little quickie I wanted to do. Somebody asked me, speaking of divination, speaking of this or that, um, how do you do dice divination? Or do dice really give you a concise reading? What's about it? Blah blah blah. And it was a good question. It was a good question. I answered it, but I wanted to expand on it here and say, y'all, no matter what divination you're doing, it's the diviner as well. Now, I don't toot my own horn, but I am the diviner for diviners. I'm the reader for readers. I am those who priests and initiates and workers come to. And I'm happy of that. I'm proud of that. I'm thrilled of that. And because that knows, A, I'm doing my job that the ancestors told me I needed to do. I picked up their mantle because they said pick it up. And I'm also helping those who might need help too, because not everybody has all the answers. Even Yoda needs a minute, all right? So, there's that. It is the diviner's use of their own innate gifts, listening to the spirit, listening to the energies we're invoking, but also understanding and deciphering the messages the spirits are giving. We are like spiritual interpreters. We are interpreting what the spirit is giving us to tell to our clients, to our people, to us as well. And I'm sorry for the glare. But speaking about dice in particular, when I started doing dice divination, I was being moved by my ancestors, by my spirits, to not let something go to the wayside. Because for a while, a lot of people were forgetting these things. Domino divination, which again I do too, and I also teach. Dice divination, divination with lots. There's people that do this, but not a lot of people do it anymore. And now I'm glad to see that there's such a resurgence of these type of divinations as well. Because I love tarot, I love Lenormand, I love playing cards, I love oracle cards, I love any type of divination. If it's spilling tea, I am there, and y'all know it. But there's something about the dice and the dominoes that resonated with me even more than I just thought at the surface level. Come to find out, so many of my ancestors used to do this too, especially my ancestors in Santo. I have a lot of Abure Ashire that would speak stories about how in our lineage, people would take dominoes and pull them out and read themselves with it or read other people with it. And especially in the Caribbean and in Cuba, and you know how we are about dominoes, honey. I've seen people get into it over some dominoes. Because, yo, if you Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Jamaican, or anyone from the Caribbean, we take that for real serious. Trust. If you've never seen a table flipped over a capicu, and if you know, you know, then I don't know what to tell you. But even the dominoes, and it's based on numerology, it's based on the knowledge of the numbers, it's based on other knowledges or knowledge as well of how to add, subtract, kind of like a math magic that goes on. And knowing this and how to reference different meanings that incorporate into the divination, you can get a yes or no question really quickly answered, or you can go deeper and start unraveling what the message is. So if you've ever had a question on the dice divination that I performed, because I started with one, then it went to four, then it went to four and an extra, then it went and went and went until finally they gave me a system, because my system is based on a couple of places, but mostly based in the ancestral energies that were, or the ancestral teachings that were given to me by my ancestors and by spirits as well. So this is derived from them as well as derived from hard facts, because the Roma have used dice for years to divine. A lot of Greek derived spirituality and renaissance of use dice to divine. And also in some folk practices, especially folk Catholic practices and folk religiosity, to speak to Saint Expedite, there's a way to speak to him with three dice, and it's a special divination that you use to get the saint to speak to you and you to speak to him, not only to help you with answers and questions, but also to assist you in works that are help that he does with you or that you do with him. So, quickly put, if you ever need help with understanding what dice are, we can go further. If you don't want to know how they're used in divination, we can go further. And I have classes on it. I teach on this, and I also divine. So if you ever ask what do you use as a divination tool, understand a lot of it is dice. I do cards as well. Again, I love my tarot, I love my Lenormands, and I love my playing cards, especially the Spanish playing cards, also known as la baraja española or la brica, because they play la brica. You know what it is, baby. But I found that more and more, those that were taught to me and that I was able to develop speaks even more to me and really pulls me. So, and I just wanted to wanted to pull that out here and talk about that. And I wanted to have this convo with you. And thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And if this is on my YouTube page, please subscribe and like and share and hit the button and share it like Tic Tacs. Or if this is on my Insta page, do the same, please, and get involved. Let's talk about it. Get into the comments below and let's start a conversation. Have y'all ever heard of dice divination? Do you have ancestors that know about this? Do you have people that work with dice divination, domino divination, other sorts of lots, or bone casting, because it's on that same page? Let me know. Get back with me and let's talk. If this is on Facebook, you know what to do. Do the same thing, and I'm be all out there on every one of these things. So again, if there are any questions on mentorships, divinations, products that we have here in La Casa de Juju, or with me, your favorite Papa Rose, and El Papatillo, not El Tapatillo, but just as spicy as the hot sauce, get with me and let's talk about it. Let's get into it. And again, if you have any questions, float us a note, because that's all she wrote. Peace, love, and Juju, y'all. Till next time.